Hey everybody, it's me, Carrie. Hi, welcome to Tiny Tip Tuesday. I am Carrie Beglow, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan. And I am trying to get my computer to work. Hopefully it is working. So, I don't know why I have so much trouble with that showing me your comments, but I see two people are watching, so say hi so I know if I can see your comments or not. So I ventured out into the world today, my mask and my hand sanitizer, and I had to go to the post office to drop off the volume kits, and I went to the bank, and I feel exhausted. Hi, Karen. Oh, yay. I'm glad I can see your comments. Okay, so today I am going to talk to you about the Wisteria Wishes bundle. It actually, the bundle is $47.50, and it comes with the clear photopolymer stamps and these awesome dies. I've already die cut everything, but I'm going to show you a couple of different projects with these before I make my card. First, I'm going to show you that the stamps, which it is Wisteria, but if you flip it the other way, it becomes, brain is gone, Heather. It becomes Heather. So I wanted you to see that I did that. And what I did was I stamped, in Old Olive, I stamped this stamp in the center and then off to the sides. And then I second generation, you know, where you ink it and stamp off and then stamp. And I did that to fill in the bottom. And then I did the same thing with this design, flipped over, stamped the center one solid and off to the side solid, and then second generationed around just to make it look like a field of heather, which I love heather. I can't grow it. I've tried, but I do love heather. Also, the other thing I wanted to show you was I did use the, I think I actually used this, the new, what color is this? Sorry, Orchid Opulence markers, the blends markers. I used Orchid Opulence here, and of course here. But I did that. I used it to color the white, what is this called? Crinkled seam binding. So this was white, but look at how perfectly it matches, as do the new iridescent pearls, which I also colored with the blends markers. So if you're going to invest in ribbons and things, I highly recommend going for something that has white, or the white basic pearls, or these iridescent. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but even with the blends on it, they're very sparkly. So that's the one card that I did. And then I did another card. Here it is. This one I did with the dies. I used the awesome T something. It's a Memories and More card kit option, so it's a larger card. But you can see I did 3 different of the cutouts like this. So this is how they look, and I am going to be showing you how I colored those. And then several of the cutouts of this. Okay, and I just love it. And then instead of coloring, I used the pastel pearls. These have been around for quite a while, since spring of 2021, and love them. So, and then the ribbon I used, this is a new ribbon, and it's copper. I believe that's copper. It's called Striped Ribbon, Rose Gold and White. Rose Gold. I thought it had a different kind of a look to it, but I just think it's so pretty. And then when you pile these on, they just look fabulous. So those are some of the things that I used. So let me put these markers away because I won't be using those. Thanks, Karen. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what I did to color all of those. I started with the light. This time I'm using the Fresh Freesia, which is one of the in colors that came out last year. And So this is going to be your tiny tip. I'm just going really fast. I haven't even poked all the holes out of it yet because I figured, you know, it doesn't really matter. I just want to get them both completely covered. And you do want something underneath when you're coloring with your blends because it will, it does bleed through, as you can see, which it's an alcohol base. So those of you who use those other alcohol-based markers know that that's how they work. So, how's the weather by you guys? It's been weird here in my part of Michigan, Farmington Hills. It was chilly this morning when I went out, but it was rather warm by the time I was coming home. And so was I. So it could be because I am still sick. So, okay. So now I'm going to take the darker one and I'm just going to darken it, and I'm being ridiculous with it. Because if you've ever looked at nature, the colors are not necessarily perfect, right? So I am literally just being a hot mess. So I did that, and then I'm going to go back with my lighter one, and I'm going to just blend it out a little bit. I'm not getting fancy, and it'll look like it's really dark, but then as it dries, you will see it just sort of helped to blend it all in. Now, these are unusual when you're coloring because they are, like normally I would tell you to blend it out, but with this Wisteria, I'm not worried about it. I want it to be just a lot of different colors. I just don't want it to be really stark. So that's why I'm blending it out. So there we go. And let me grab my adhesives, etc. And I forgot my take your pick tool. Hi, Lori. Yeah, it's pretty warm here too, Karen. I cannot zoom. I am a simple girl. I can hold it up for you, but I did not invest in one of those machines that makes my thing go up and down. I am not a you know, those women make a lot more money than me, apparently. And I am just your everyday, although I've been a demonstrator for 21 years, I'm just a simple kind of girl. So if I were to try and zoom in, it would just drop. So I'm sorry about that. But I do try to lift everything up for you so you can see. I'll do another thing with blends in the near future, and I will drop my camera down a little bit, but it's literally on a pole, and so if I try to drop it, it's scary. It always like drops way too far. So there we go. I've got those two done, and through the magic of I did more earlier, I have some other ones here that you can see I put together. So you can see how different they are. I'm hoping you guys can see that better. I'm waiting for my camera to catch up with me. It looks a little dark to me. Hopefully it looks okay to you guys. Okay, so now I am going to just put this card together real quick. I decided that I want to color. This is the new silver, and it's kind of a vanilla metallic edged ribbon. So I don't want a lot of it. I'm just going to put it across. I'm going to just cut that off right there. And you can see where I practiced with it a little bit. But this is kind of cotton, I believe. And it takes color beautifully. And you guys know we used to have a silver and gold edged ribbon in the past. And loved it so much. So I was very excited to see this come back. So you just go ahead and color it. And if you want it darker, just go over it again. And then you're going to probably want to give it a minute to dry. When it dries, it's going to look more like this color here. But I know it's a bummer, Lori. I'm sorry. I love fresh freesia too. I just think it's a really pretty color. Okay, and I pre-stamped my Happiness Grows Within. I stamped it with the Fresh Freesia ink, and then I just trimmed it on basic white, and I matted it with the new, you guys, I'm sorry, my brain is not working, and I'm not quite myself yet. Parakeet Party and Fresh Freesia. So, and this is Parakeet Party, and then this is from the Butterflies, a little 6x6 designer series paper. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got little green dots, and the green dots are Parakeet Party. So I am just going to put this together real quick with you. It's not a super fancy card today, but yesterday, I am so happy to say I literally played down here all day. It was so fun. I haven't really felt the energy to do that. I would come down here and I'd get so tired that I'd end up just sort of staring at my stuff. So it's really nice to be able to actually stamp. Obviously, my brain isn't functioning as well as I would like it to. Now, the reason I'm using this on the back is because I like it a little bit better. This is our Stamp and Seal. I like it a little bit better when I'm trying to hold a ribbon in place. So I am going to tuck that like so. And then I have Fresh Freesia for my card base. And like I said, when that ribbon dries, it is going to be more light, more like the Fresh Freesia color. Okay. So now I am going to slide this actually behind the ribbon. This is the die that cuts out these little stalks if you want to turn it into Heather, which I think is really clever because even though it's called Wisteria, it's also Heather. So 2 for 1, which I like. I like having options. So I'm going to take this and slide it under here like so. And then I'm just going to start stacking the flowers. Now, when I look at this, I'm thinking this one is the furthest out front, and then this one, and then this middle one is more to the back. So I'm going to start, I don't know why, but I have decided that the one that has the 2 circles on top as opposed to 1 circle on top is the back. It's bigger and wider, so I'm thinking that I'm right. Doesn't mean that I am, but that's what I'm going to, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. It's a lot of adhesive. So because it's at the back, I'm going to put this one down first. I'm going to slide it down a little bit so it stays. And then I'm going to grab a onesie and do the same thing. Now, what I have found is if you wanted to cut these out with the dimensional sheets that we have, the little dimensional sheets, you could, but honestly, I think they look just perfectly dimensioned when they're just on top of each other like this, because our cardstock is fairly thick. So I'm sliding this one down. I'm going to hold that up. So here's the little 2 bumps. I'm going to slide this one down. Even though it looks like it should line up perfectly with the other ones, I don't want it to, obviously. Otherwise, it would be pointless. So there's that one. And then I am going to do it again with this one. And I can see that when I'm looking at it, that sometimes, and I'm not sure if it shows on this side, sometimes there's a little tiny touch of white showing on these, and that's okay. Because, you know, if you've ever looked at, like I said, flowers, they are multiple colors, and so it works out really well, I think. Just my personal opinion. Oh, I see a hole I did not pop out of this one. I don't think I popped holes out of any of the other ones. Maybe. There. Oops. Boy, I'm lucky that landed upright. Okay, so I'm going to do that one the same way. I actually dropped it down a little bit further this time so that they wouldn't be the same. Sorry, my fingers have a little adhesive on them, so it wants to stick to me. Okay, and then the last one. And then I will put my sentiment on it with Stampin' Dimensionals. Like I said, I have a lot more to do. And I'm going to drop this one down a little bit just so that it doesn't go off. I don't mind it going up over, but I want it to be able to fit in the envelope, you know. And then again, and this does look really crowded. It does. But that's okay. And I think, because Wisteria or Heather does sort of get very bunchy when it's grown. Have you guys ever had a heather plant? I had one once. Thanks for sharing, Pam. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm just going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I've got the mini ones here, so I'm going to put one in each corner. Super simple card, really. Once you die cut the pieces, this is a pretty simple card, but it looks fancier because it has a lot of dimension to it. So, and I love this sentiment too. Happiness grows from within. I mean, it's such a great sentiment. Thank you, Jane. Okay, so there is the card. Super simple. Let me show you all 3 of them. So you guys can get all 3. So there you go. All 3 if you want to do a quick screenshot of those. Oh, let me hold them back a little bit further. So thank you for the loves, you guys. I appreciate it. So anyway, it looks just beautiful stamped all by itself, but dies are cool. So, all right. I hope you guys liked this really quick Tiny Tip Tuesday. And you will remember to use your blends to color. There's just so much you can do with your blends. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate your comments. That's so sweet. Remember to share. There will be a drawing. I know I have not drawn for April yet because of COVID. I am kind of behind. And my brain told me to grab it for this video, and my body chose not to listen. So I apologize for that. Anyway, I will be back soon. Like I said, if you saw my picture yesterday, I have a bunch of projects ready to tape. Some of them I will record. If you have any questions, you can email me at memoryinkers@gmail.com. If you want to shop, memoryinkers.com. And use the hostess code E667ARFD. Remember, this is party week. So everybody who places an order is getting a gift. Your gift item depends on the size of your order. Also, and you will be in a drawing for free stuff too. I'll be spinning the wheel this week, probably because the month is almost up, right? My birthday's on Saturday, so I'm trying to decide when I'm going to do the party. Hopefully Friday. I just really started feeling good enough to think about that. So, all right, you guys, thanks a bunch. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye-bye.